It's only been by the grace of God that I'm here. I often wondered why I survived a lot of the things I went through. For example, I walked away from a car accident, from a car that flipped 4 times, was shot at, I wasn't hit. My friend beside me, who was inches away, got shot. I overdosed 5 months ago and was in a coma for 3 days. Excuse me, guys. My oldest son died at the age of 13 in 2011, which probably was the worst period of my life. The physical and emotional abuse I felt at a young age from my father was a cakewalk compared to losing my son. I fell in a deep depression and hated the world. I started to think that God was punishing me for all the bad things I'd done in my life. I had people that tried to talk to me about God, and I still remember the remarks and reactions I had, which I have asked God to forgive me for. I remember this pastor in Michigan that didn't know me stopped by my work area. Why he did it, I still don't know. I just remember he came up to me and started talking to me about God. I told him if God really exists, why did he take my son? So then he asked me, if you could have one wish, what would it be? I told him, easy, I'd love to see my son and tell him I love him. He said, which in turn he told me, why would you want to see him one more time when you could spend eternity with him in heaven? See, when my son died, he was coming back from a church retreat, which I found out that at that church retreat, he gave his life to the Lord after he confessed all his sins to God. He never made it home that night. A drunk driver hit the car the van was in. He passed away. So I know my son is in heaven. Excuse me. And if this is the one and only chance I got to make it to heaven, I won't squander it. And with this, I'll end. To my son, I say, little Adrian, I love you and miss you. I won't meet again. Thank y'all, and God bless every one of y'all.